Hello, I'm Rachel Anderson, a naturalist here at Warner Park Nature Center. Thank you for joining us for our virtual Hummingbird celebration. We're doing this today in partnership with Metro Parks of Nashville-Davidson County and, of course, Friends of Warner Parks. So I'd like to introduce to you Laura Cook, our bird research coordinator here at Warner Park Nature Center, and she's going to talk a little bit about the history of bird banding here at the park.
Welcome to our virtual Hummingbird celebration. I'm Laura Cook, Bird Research Coordinator for the Bird Program here at Warner Park Nature Center. I'm so glad you joined us today. I wanted to share with you a little bit about the history of the Bird Program and our long-term avian research. The story of the Bird Program actually begins back in the early 1920s. Warner Parks was established in 1927 thanks in no small part to the Tennessee Ornithological Society, who conducted bird inventories to support the case that this was an important area for birds and needed to be protected. Then in the 1930s, Amelia Lasky began studying birds in Warner Parks. She researched and published scientific articles about cardinals, wrens, mockingbirds, cowbirds, and many other species. One of her many impressive projects was on chimney swifts. No one knew where these birds spent the winter. So, as part of a nationwide research project, she banded thousands of chimney swifts in the area. And it worked. One of her banded birds was recovered in Peru. The mystery was solved. Amelia also started the Warner Park Bluebird Trail in 1936, where nest boxes were placed throughout the parks and monitored to assess the nesting success of bluebirds and other cavity nesting birds like tree swallows. The legacy of this project, which is one of the oldest bluebird nest box research projects in the country, continues today. Amelia also mentored Dr. Catherine Goodpasture, who was a scientist at Vanderbilt University and became a field ornithologist, author, and bird bander. She coordinated the Tennessee Breeding Bird Survey for years and led the WSMV Tower Collision Project for 20 years. Many of the bird study skins in the Goodpasture Collection Room at the Nature Center came from this project and are used today to teach bird identification skills. She trained many of our current Nature Center staff, including Sandy Bivens. Sandy started as an intern with the Youth Conservation Corps and worked for Metro Parks for 36 years. She received her federal bird banding permit with the help of Dr. Goodpasture and many others, founded the Warner Park Banding Station in 1982. Sandy continues to work part-time for the bird program, training and leading projects such as our Hummingbird Migration Project. Today, we're lucky enough to have our bird office located in the recently renovated and beautiful Milbury Warner Waller Library on the Nature Center campus. We really look forward to the time when we can have you all out here again for a tour for our bird education classroom and bird banding station. Today, we're exceptionally lucky to have many permitted banders, an amazing dedicated volunteer banding team, and over 50 bird volunteers each year to help with our research and public programs. So I've mentioned bird banding several times. So what is banding? In essence, it's a tool to study birds. When we capture a bird, we are gathering important information about that bird, such as its weight and age. And we place a uniquely numbered band on its leg. This allows us to identify that bird when we, or someone else, captures it again. This identification tool is critical to understanding more about birds. You can actually see the band on this female ruby-throated hummingbird. And I just want to make a note that only highly trained and federally and state permitted researchers are allowed to band birds. And because hummingbirds are so small, additional training and permits are required to band hummingbirds. Part of Warner Park Nature Center's mission is to provide quality environmental education, and the bird program is a fabulous way to engage our park visitors. Each year, we offer over 40 bird-related programs, engaging over 3,500 park visitors. This includes things like bird migration hikes, bird programs, a summer internship program, and of course our bird banding station, which during non-COVID times is open to the public. We have a history of our science and banding information helping to inform management decisions within the parks. And our banding research illustrates the importance of a large urban intact habitat such as Warner Parks for our native birds. The main reason we ban birds is to ensure their long-term viability and conservation. And even with fairly common and easily viewed species like hummingbirds, there's so much more to learn about them. Through banding, we broaden our knowledge about movements of birds, local bird populations and dynamics over time, longevity and lifespan, and local nesting success. At the Warner Park Nature Center Bird Banding Station, we're in our 39th year of research and currently have 16 research projects. This includes projects such as our fall and spring migration banding, our Bluebird nest box research, a summer breeding research project called MAPS, where we just wrapped up our 30th season. We also study barn swallows and purple martins and other species. And from these efforts, we've banded over 25,000 birds here at Warner Park. Our hummingbird migration research, which was launched in 2002, is led by naturalist Heather Gallagher and is informing our understanding of migration for these amazing birds. And so far, we've banded over 4,000 hummingbirds and expanded our hummingbird migration research to include metro parks at Bells Bend, Beeman, and Shelby Bottoms. So did you happen to notice all the beautiful photographs in here? A special thank you to Charlie Curry for letting us use his photographs for this celebration day. And did you know that the bird program is fully funded by Friends of Warner Parks? Please consider becoming a member. A donation to Friends of Warner Parks supports not only the bird program, it supports so many of our free public programs, our summer sweat team, and enhances Warner Park's beautiful native habitats and resources. Thanks again for joining me. Please enjoy the other programs offered during this virtual hummingbird celebration. Be well, and I hope to see you soon out at Warner Parks.